Hi everyone, I am Nayoka Kelly Campbell of Kelly Fiscal LLC, and I want to thank you for joining me in another segment of our financial tips and tools. Now, before I begin this segment, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified each time we upload a new financial tips and tools video. Now, on our last segment, I spoke about ways you can save if you live paycheck to paycheck. And I also mentioned two types of savings accounts. That is the regular savings, which we're likely to be familiar with, and CDs, otherwise known as certificates of deposits. But today I'll be discussing more in depth on different types of savings account that you can invest in. Please remember, this is for informational purposes only, and the onus is on you to do more research and choose the account that works best for you. Now, the first savings account that I want to look at is a regular savings account. These are considered basic savings accounts that are offered by banking institutions and, of course, credit unions. And they typically earn 0.06% on average. It is also FDIC protected for up to $250,000. You also have immediate access to cash, but you are normally limited to only 6 transfers of withdrawals per month. Now, please remember, keep that in mind. Now, let's look at the money market account. This account basically shares the same characteristics of a regular savings account, and it sometimes offers just a little higher interest rate on average of about 0.11%. The interest rates are normally based on the current market rates, and the minimum open deposit are normally higher than a regular savings account. Now, another savings account that I want to mention is called a high interest savings account. And as the name suggests, it pays a significantly higher interest rate. And interest rates vary depending on the banking institution. Now, let's look at the reward savings account. This is basically where the bank rewards you for opening an account or doing business with them. The reward can be in the form of cash or a gift, and I normally consider this a one-time reward. Now, here's another savings account that is not talked about much, and that is the jumbo savings. These are basically having an account with a large balance, normally a threshold of $100,000 or higher, which tends to yield a higher than normal interest rate. Now, on to a more familiar savings, and this is the student savings account. Now, we're never too young to open a savings account, and this is something our young high school and college students can take advantage of. These accounts normally offer special terms such as fee waivers and or low minimum balance requirements. Now, as young adults, we need to start learning early on how to manage our finances. And this is just one way of doing this. It allows you to learn the important principles of your personal finance and how to keep your records up to date. Now, another account I want to look at is a college savings account, otherwise known as a 529 plan. Now, this plan is very different than the student savings account. This is actually a college savings plan that is used to pay for educational expenses, such as your college tuition, vocational training, room and board, books, and school supplies, and other things that are related to your college expenses. Now, in a previous segment, I briefly mentioned CDs, which is otherwise known as certificates of deposits. With this account, you are basically putting your savings away for a specified period of time in return for a higher interest rate than a savings account. A CD term can be anywhere from a month to several years. Therefore, the longer your savings period, the higher the interest rate. However, if you withdraw the money before the end of the period, you will more than likely pay a penalty. Now, you do not want to pay a penalty in trying to put away money for a future date. Try to resist from withdrawing that money from your account. Now let's look at joint savings account. This is basically a regular savings account. However, it's an account that is owned by 2 or more parties. And the advantage to this account is that it increases your FDIC insurance on the account from $250,000 to $500,000. Now, that's a pretty decent insurance to have on your money. The last savings account that I want to touch on just a bit are retirement accounts, or as we know, retirement plans. Now, I will not be getting too deep into this as we look more in depth on what these are and the advantages and disadvantages of each in another financial segment. But just to name a few that you can definitely look into on your own time is you have the traditional IRAs, you have a Roth IRAs, you have a 401k or a Roth 401k, you have a 403b plan or a 457b plan, and you also have health savings account plan. Now, you might be a bit familiar with a few of these retirement plans through your employer, such as the 401k or a 403b plan, and that is good. But also be mindful that there are retirement plans that you can invest in separately from your employer, such as a self-directed IRA or an individual IRA, just to name a few. So please make sure to do your research, analyze the advantages and disadvantages of each, and choose the best option that is more beneficial to you. But always remember to take action. You might choose the best option, but then your choice stays in your mind. So please, take action. I hope this information that I provided will help you to ask yourself this question. Why don't I have a savings account? Or why am I not investing my hard-earned income into something that will benefit me and my family for the future? It's not too late. In fact, it is never too late to start investing in a better tomorrow. Always aim to maintain your financial health on a daily basis, and it's up to you to make that first step. I want to thank you guys for joining me in another segment of our financial tips and tools. Our last segment we discussed how to save living paycheck to paycheck. This segment we spoke about different types of savings account that you can invest in. And stay tuned for our next segment where we will show you ways on how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you may be notified whenever we upload a new segment of our financial tips and tools. Thank you guys for watching.